This is Paul Wett with www.wetttraderllc.com giving you the week ending April 8th report. Folks, once again, I think I called a pretty exciting trades this week. I was telling you we're trying to hammer out this high here. Trying to get a five bar high. We got a 5 bar low here as well. Folks, when this thing reverses, it's going to reverse on a reversal pattern. One thing I will show you real quick is the way that you know that the market reverses, like right away, is with reversal patterns. And I do have a video on my website with reversal patterns. This is a great example right here. This is a reversal pattern, folks. When you get this high here, this is a double top. 71.50, 71.50. It doesn't get much prettier than that. Telling you, we ran out of buyers. We have a sell number right at the 71.75. So we still want to get some weekly confirmation. And I'm going to be doing my forecast for next week, Sunday night, after I do a little bit more digesting of the numbers. Right now, what I want to do is I want to show you some of the stuff that we did this week as far as these trades. Now, the other thing I want to show you is on my formula, when you buy my system, I mean, the software is automated, but you can turn it off and turn it on. And I'm going to show you why. We want to try to get plus or minus some of these numbers. Now, this is a perfect example where this thing shorted it right here. Literally got stopped out at the high here. But one thing I want to show you is that wouldn't have been one of my system trades, and I'll show you why. It sold it at 48.25. We're trying to line this thing up plus or minus 5, 3 to 5 points from the PP, or plus or minus 3 to 5 points on R1. Okay, folks? So 48 is not plus or minus. Okay? So what we would have done is we would have had it off, and we would have waited for the next bar, and then we would have clicked it on, and she would have sold it 1 bar later, sold it at a higher number, and that would have been a profitable trade. So, like I said, it's been a little choppy with the market trying to do a turn. When you see stuff like this, I know this is only for 1 day here. Obviously, it was selling here. This was set I also have like an 18 or a 2140 cross moving average checked on this box. That's why it sold it. But when it buys here, sells here, buys here, makes a new high, buys here, this is another area you wouldn't want to be buying. Sells here. Once it makes a lower low, it brings your stop here. It sold it again. This was a real nice trade here. And that's what I'm saying. We want to try to get closer to those numbers. Okay, when we're so far away, it's just I'm trying to reduce the risk and increase your probability. Okay? Now if I got a PP at 45 or 41, I don't mind selling 45 because I'm plus or minus 4. But when I got a PP at 41 or 42, I don't want to be selling 48. Okay? So I just wanted to point that out to you. I also have some other, what do we call it here? We got the 15-minute here. Did a couple nice trades. Let me show you the 20-minute here. This is only for a day. I'll pull some of these other ones. And obviously the 20 minutes got a longer stroke here, so this was a profitable trade. Once again here, this would be a tough area to buy when we're already at that 71.75 or 71.50 area here. So we're not making a higher high. So it's kind of tough to want to buy this one. I want to be selling the PP. So we wouldn't have took this trade. We would have took the sell. And let me save this chart here. This is a chart. Let me try to pull this chart up here. Hold on a second. I want to pull up this other 20-minute that we had. That was a really good trade. This 20-minute, let me put the, this was 4-8. There we go, 4-8-10, 4-8. This was a really good action right here. This was a 20-minute. This was for a couple days here. This is a profit, $838 in 2 days. So we buy here. Obviously, this would have been a trade we probably wouldn't have taken. But then the sell here was nice. But this buy here was lower. It was closer to the PP. So like I said, folks, we want to try to keep within that 3 to 5 point range because you're just increasing your probability of a successful trade. If we're risking 6 points, the market's going to tell us if we're right or tell us if we're wrong. Same thing here, too. I mean, we're right here. This is really close to R1 and R2 here. So we wouldn't want to be buying way up here. I mean, professional traders, people with a little bit more skill, a little bit more practice. I've got novice guys that get practice that can get up to the high one. But we want to try to go with the numbers. So here we want to sell. Here was a nice sell all the way down here. Here's another nice sell here. So in 2 days here, it was 838. This was only a single lot. It was a really nice trade. You gotta go to www.wetttraderllc.com. You gotta try the demo. It's free for 2 weeks. Let it run. Get a little feel for it. Depending on your experience. We will have 3 levels of training from novice to intermediate to professionals to add to your arsenal to try to trade these markets, to be profitable, and to manage your risk, folks. It's all about risk management. You don't want to get in the middle of our PP or our R1. You want to try to figure out where the market's going to turn. All the numbers are right here, folks. Everything's done for you right here. Everything's done. Now, if you look at this low here at 30, I told you folks on my my forecast for this week that this 30 would be a high probability trade. Why? Look at that. 26, 30. That's 4 points. Buying this PP, risking 6 ticks, you're not going to get stopped out. And even if it went up to 41, even though we have this higher at 71, that's still some nice money, folks. That's a nice trades in there. So with www.wetttraderllc.com, we're going to give you the areas of support and resistance. This is another example. S1 is our support, 2033. We went to 2026. When you get your weekly or monthly plus or minus 3, it's a pretty good indication that you want to be really aware of what's going on there. And that's a point where it's going to turn. We hit that PP 90% of the time, folks. 90% of the time. If I know that and you know that, why not do our trades there? Why not do your trades there? And then you can just flatten them, take your profit here, take your profit here. We didn't quite make it to R1. Like I said, we're either going to hit these numbers or we're going to hit these retracement numbers where all the sellers are at because, like I said, we're right near that objective that I mentioned on that double bottom. And it's just going to be an easier, lower risk probability trade. You don't have to do all the work. You just turn the button on, just like this, flatten it when it gets near the price, close it out when it's not. You can set alarms, really easy. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. I want to make it easy for the novice, easy for the intermediate, and I want to add tools to the professional trader to try to add to his profitability. So just try the demo, www.wetttraderllc.com, and let's make some money.